Hello guys, Wilsonbox here, and in this video we are talking about Sammaster, the big boss in the Elminster event. I'm going to show you guys how can you do 8 million damage with 5 rares. This will be easy, let's check out. We are here near the Cult of the Dragon Fortress to start our challenge. So in this challenge, every hero will be fixed at level 100 regardless of their current level, so don't worry about your level, don't worry about your gear, you don't need anything of that here. So these will be the rewards you can get, and our plan is to reach 8 million damage on the first day and every day. And there's just a few things that you need to keep in mind here. So gear is not one of them, neither the level. So the two things that you need to be keep in mind is the affinity. The affinity will play a big role in here because you need to have to play with heroes that have the affinity maximized, because if you do, you can do more damage and you're gonna receive less damage and your characters will have better stats. So it's affinity and also scrolls. It's really important that you are using scrolls on the heroes fighting this boss, because it will be easier, you're gonna do more damage. If you are using healers, you're gonna do more healing. But this boss is not that hard. Also, one thing I forgot, don't keep in mind that this is just a guide for this first stage. We're gonna have a second stage in few days. I'm playing in the test server, so will be, I think, like 6-7 days after it's released. The skills will be changed after these days. So the first one, I think this is pretty easy. It doesn't look that hard because you can do it with 5 rares. So let's check his skills. So first skill, Sammaster and his Dragonheir take 50% additional damage when Elminster is deployed. So if you have the Elminster, they take more damage. Then for each debuff on Sammaster, it takes 10% additional damage. So this means that will be much easier to defeat this boss if you have characters with debuffs, that applying debuffs. So that's why I'm using poison, because poison is like a debuff and is taking damage as well from poison damage. Then the Dragonheir lets out the whole, dealing necrotic damage to all enemies in the fleeting fear. So if you have any debuff immunity, this will be a smart idea to use as well, just to resist to this fear, because it's 5 seconds that you are not doing any damage. But if you keep your allies healthy, above 50%, they are not gonna take this fear. This third skill, the Dragonheir deals necrotic damage to all enemies and remove their shields, so no shields to anyone. And the last one deals multi-hit necrotic damage to all enemies. This skill deals 50% additional damage when Sammaster is not inflicted with any debuff. So again, it's important to inflict debuffs on him because he's gonna do less damage. And because of that, I'm using a poison team, because poison, it doesn't matter if it's 1, 2 or 3 stacks. Just one, the poison counts as one debuff, doesn't matter how much stacks you have. So in here I have plenty of debuffs that I can apply, and each debuff will be less 10% damage. So I have this guy here that can inflict healing prohibition and attack penalty 1. I have then Ellie, the only thing you can apply is poison, but that's good. And remember, Ellie here, it's really important because it does more damage when the enemies are under poison, and with this team, in this mode, will be very easy to apply poison. Then we have Exandra. Exandra is not applying any debuff, just for the healing. And then Dench, he does a good amount of damage. The derived poison damage is really good, and he inflicts some poison stacks as well. And every third basic attack additional deals a derived poison damage. And again, 100% chance of inflicting 1 stack of poison is gonna have a lot of stacks. It's G-Gel, it's also good because he's reducing, third attack reduces the target's 20% ultimate energy, so it's gonna take less time, it's gonna take more time to use his skills, this boss. And lastly, Letalis, again, this guy also reduced 20% of the ultimate energy from this boss, so we want to slow him down, because the faster he attacks, the faster we will get those additional stacks of damage that he can get, and he's gonna be stronger. Will be this one. Each cast of Withering Breath grants a permanent stack of total damage bonus, so we want to reduce that. Okay, this is pretty easy. I think everyone will be able to do it. I'm doing this with 5 characters just to show you guys, using this aura from Ally, and so you guys are gonna see if I can do this with 5 rares, you can also do this with 5 rares, so every day we're gonna be able to get 8 million damage. This is really good, really important, and we want the maximum of those tokens. Really, we really want that. Okay, so I'm gonna do the fight really fast. Just gonna show some parts of it. It's pretty easy. Okay, so let's go. So guys, as you can see, he already has 3-4 debuffs on him, and with each debuff on him, he gets those stacks that you can see there. 4 stacks, 3 stacks, it means he's gaining 30% less damage, doing 30% less damage, and or doing 40%. Each debuff will mean that he's doing 10% less damage. And as you guys can see, 4 million damage, and everyone is still healthy. Of course it's gonna take a while, but it's alright. And Yao is gonna have poison on him all the time, so it will be always 10% less damage he's doing, and it means when he's casting his ultimate he's not gonna do that 50% more damage, because he's gonna have a debuff on him all the time. So skipping it to, let's skip it to the end. So on the 7 million, I already had Ally dead, because he's a little bit more squishy, but everyone else was doing damage, and eventually I got to 8 million. Alright, was borderline, okay, was the red line, almost 81 million with Gigel, but I mean, we did 88 million damage, so that was fine. That was my aim. And this way, guys, you can see, if I'm for sure that you have some good epic heroes as well. So just to show you guys, with some debuffs, healing, and 5 rare characters, you can do this. It's not that hard. So I hope you guys can reach those 8 million damage, get those maximum rewards, and as soon as I can check the next form for this dragon, I'll create another guide so that everyone can get the maximum rewards for this boss, and eventually get the Elminster or the artifact or just the skins, whatever you want. I hope you can get it. So guys, I hope you liked this video. Don't forget to press that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.